Hello everyone, welcome on this nature vlog. It's so cold out. I tied my hair to make a beard because it's so cold. Okay, hello everyone, welcome to Spiral into the Void. So today is the first day of starting my journal series. All of these journals, I have about 3 of them, contain like my darkest period and the thoughts that I had during that time. I'm hoping that I can help anybody that's having such dark and existential thoughts as well to heal those parts of themselves. I'm still in the process of healing. I'm not the type of person who's just gonna talk about love and light without showing you guys the darkness that comes with realizations and how you might feel. So the entry that I wanted to do today is this one. You can see that a lot of my drawings and things that I wrote were really dark during this time. This was a time when I was heavily addicted to smoking marijuana and alcohol because I was self-medicating for the pain I was feeling. So the entry that I want to read is this one. I'm going to run away again. I can't be stuck here anymore with my emotions and feelings of being a burden. I keep running, but I never find what I'm looking for. So it's a simple entry. It was things that I would just write that would come to the top of my head. But I remember how it felt to always want to have an escape. When you're stuck in these dark emotions, it's easy for us to blame what's around us. And I remember during this time that I hated everything and I hated everybody. And I was like, oh God, I just want to be alone. Like, the only person I want to be with right now is myself because I'm the only person I like. When in reality, the person that I hated the most was myself. And I just remember how stuck I felt with these emotions and feelings, and I was constantly thinking, if I move away, if I get out of here, I will feel better. To the point that I actually left and I went to Spain, and I walked the Camino de Santiago, which is a pilgrimage from the edge of France to the edge of Spain. And it was about a month and a half or 2 of me walking and experiencing so many things, and I could not find the beauty in anything. And it was in that moment that I realized that nothing outside of me has the power, and I can't give it the power to make me happy, because everything is kind of in a neutral state. It's up to me to decide if I want to be happy and if I want my emotions to change. I was looking at sunsets and sunrises every day and feeling like I wasn't looking at anything. Like I was just stuck in this clouded judgment of everything because that's how I was feeling inside as well. No matter how far I would run away and no matter who I would meet, I could not absorb it because I was constantly like thinking that there was something else. Like it was kind of like chasing after something when it was all around me this whole time. Like I was constantly looking for somebody to give me a straight up answer, a straight up lesson, but this whole time it was happening all around me. Like every day I learned a lesson from somebody new or from an experience that I had, a situation that I thought was so difficult, like a thought that would come up into my head. Like I was constantly learning and being showed these things, but I wasn't present enough to accept the reality. And I find that I do slip into that still. Like I'm not present enough to notice the signs and notice the lessons because I'm constantly thinking that there's going to be a straight up answer. Oh, once this happens, I'm gonna learn the lesson, but the lesson has been there all along. I don't know if I'm making sense. We live our lives in a way where we constantly feel like there's goals and steps to keep going. We can't just consistently put our own expectations out there. The healing doesn't come from expectations. The pain came from expectations. The expectations of other people to be able to please you. Like if we go to healers and we expect them to do something and magically heal, like our pain comes because we have all of these expectations from the people around us, situations we're in, the goals that we want, and if we live our life wanting to constantly fill these expectations, and once it's filled we feel like there has to be something else, we're going to constantly be living in this battle with ourselves and this hatred for ourselves that we claim to be hatred for everything else. And no matter where you go and where you move to, if you don't heal that part of yourself and you don't allow yourself to experience life in a way that is not full of expectations, you'll never heal, because you aren't allowing life to flow. You are trying to block it and then trying to have control over it. Control is not going to help you heal. Like I've said before, control is in the vibration of fear. You're fearing living. You're fearing living life with the flow because you feel as if your life has to be the way you want it to go because you've controlled it thus far. So why not? We can run as much as we want to run from our problems, from people, from situations that happened, run from our so-called responsibilities, but it's just us running and with no destination. And thinking that we're going to reach a destination, but we never do, because we just constantly put more burdens and things on ourselves because we think that it's helping us, but it's just, that's all we know. That's all we've ever known, right? Like, we've known that cycle and we keep repeating it because we're like, well, one day it has to work. It's worked before, but it only worked in the favor of the way you wanted it to work. Just like running away from anything, at one point or another, we are going to get tired, and whatever it is we're running from is going to catch us. Even if we have a little slip, like let's actually relate it to running. Like, let's say you trip on something, that thing only gets closer. Something happening to you that triggers that emotion or memory, it keeps on creeping up closer because you're igniting that fear again, and you're igniting that memory and that emotion again. And the more you keep tripping and the more you keep experiencing things that bring back that pain, the closer it gets to consuming you. And when it's consumed you, it gets to a point that it feels unbearable, but it's never too late to start working on it, because if you can start working on it and find peace with your pain and realize how neutral the world is and that there's no good and bad and there's no expectations and just things that hurt you don't hurt other people for a reason, that's when you start to heal yourself and heal the people around you by forgiving and growing. Share with me anything you guys want down below. I'd love to talk to other people about their experiences and things that they've went through, what they can relate to, what they see differently, different perspectives. And I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to spiral into the void. Peace out.